Hi, I am so excited to welcome you to this new podcast of mine, One Stop Talk with Timmy Talk by Olulaye. So, what is One Stop Talk with Timmy Talk Olulaye all about? Well, it is going to be a very real, interesting chit chat audio show, okay, and it's going to be very interesting, very entertaining, educative, and valuable talk. We're going to be talking about various topics, issues, trending news, and lots more. I'm going to be sharing my opinion on a lot of stuff, a lot of things going on around in this world, and so much stuff. So make sure you always get this podcast and listen to it every week, every Thursday. All right? Okay, so stay tuned and enjoy more from this podcast. This podcast has been a long time coming, and I have postponed and postponed and procrastinated, and I just said, you know what? Time is flying by so fast. Time is going by so fast. When are you going to actually? When are you going to actually do this thing? Is it that you do it now or never? And that's when I said, you know what? Let me do it. Okay, and that's how I'm going to start my pep talk for this premiere episode. Is there something on your mind? Is it a dream? Is it a goal of yours that you've been dreaming about? It's your ultimate dream, and you just have been pushing it to the back burner. You've just been pushing it aside and saying, I can't do this. I don't think I can do this. I don't have the money. I don't think I'm ready. I'm afraid. People accept me. People take me as I am. You know what? Just go ahead and do it. Just do it. Don't think about the naysayers. Don't think about what people might say. Don't think about whether people will like it or not. Just do it. Just like Nike says, that very popular sports brand, just like it always says, just do it. And that's what I decided to do. I said, you know what? I'm doing this. I can do this. I'm equipped for this. I am talented for this. This is in line with my profession, my career as a broadcaster. That is what I do. I'm a broadcast journalist, a radio and TV personality. In fact, I'm a multimedia personality. So I said, you know what? You can do this. Just go ahead and do it. Yes, just go ahead and do it. Why? You need to do it for yourself. You need to do it for your country. You need to do it for your family, for your loved ones. You need to do it for the world. Because the world is waiting for you to come out with your talent, for you to fulfill your destiny. The world needs your special gift. There's something inside of you that the world needs. There is something that has been deposited inside of you that the world needs so badly. That's your talent. That's your gift. What is it? Is it a talent to sing? Is it a talent to dance? Is it a talent to write? There are so many different kinds of talents and giftings out there. Is it a talent to play an instrument? Maybe the trumpet, the violin, the saxophone, the piano, what have you? Just go ahead and just do it. And one thing that has always been there to stop you is what is called fear. This fear would always be there to stop you, to intimidate you, to make you feel you're not good enough, to make you feel you're not worth it, to make you feel nobody will listen to you, nobody will give you the audience, you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not that. Guess what? All these big time celebrities out there right now that are doing amazing things, that are winning awards left, right, and center. Do you know that a lot of these celebrities also had to confront that fear? Do you know that even till now, a lot of them still have insecurities, and yet they still keep going ahead to just accomplish a lot of things and just work on their craft and showcase their craft, and they're being celebrated for it. And they're no better than you. They don't have two heads. They have the same blood flowing through their veins as you and I as well. So let go of that fear. It is just a mirage. It is just a facade. It's not true. It's just a smoke screen. This fear, yes, it might be there. Your heart might be beating so fast. You'll be wondering, oh, well, I can really do this. But there's this popular phrase that I got to know about through this lady. I've forgotten her name now. She calls it "do it afraid." Do it in spite of your fear. In spite of the fact that you don't have the money, you don't have all your ducks in a row. You might not have everything figured out. You don't have the perfect plan. Just start. Just start. So just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just start now. Don't wait. Can you believe that this is like the third month in this new year already? The third month. And it was just like yesterday when we were wishing our friends and family and our loved ones Happy New Year. And it's already um March. And before you know it, we'll get to the middle of the year. And before you know it, we'll be saying Happy New Year again for another year. So just go ahead and do it. Don't allow that fear to stop you from just going ahead and accomplishing your dreams and just going all for it. Going all for it. Just say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just do this in spite of my fear. It's part of my worry. It's part of the fact that I feel that I'm not good enough. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So this is my pep talk. This is my motivational message for you this on this episode of One Stop Talk. Just go ahead and just do it. Do it now. Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Do it now because time is running by so fast. So next up, I want to talk about customer service in Nigeria. It's gonna be real interesting chit chat. So let's talk about customer service in Nigeria. My goodness, customer service in Nigeria is just nothing to write home about. It is absolutely nothing to write home about. Why do I say so? A lot of businesses in this country have the most backward customer service I've ever encountered in my life. Now, talking from someone who has traveled abroad, I'm not saying this to form or to try to form levels like they say or trying to act like I'm better than you. No, not in a way. I just had the privilege and the opportunity to travel out, and they usually say this. They usually say customer is king. Yes, customer is king. They can actually spread out the red carpet for you at different companies and businesses out in the US and the UK. And well, for someone that lived predominantly in the US, I can understand this from someone who worked as an employee in the background, and someone who, of course, as a customer, someone buying something from a company, from a business, and someone walking behind the scenes, because I've walked behind the scenes and I've actually shopped or bought things, and I'm still a customer till today. So for someone like that, I've seen how it is like over there. For example, you dare not complain about a service over there. For example, now if you go to KFC is over in the US, and you complain about your meal, maybe something is wrong, or maybe you found a piece of hair in your food, or you just don't like the service, just something, just complain, all right? And you complain about it, you will get apologies from the management. I'm talking about real apologies, sincere apologies from the management, and they will apologize, and more than likely they might even give you a free meal. They will give you that meal for free, or they might give you a big discount on the meal. Okay? And why did they do this? From the customer service training that I've gone through before, they will say that they do this because when one customer is treated badly and they go out there outside, they would influence other customers and they will badmouth you to other people, and they will not patronize you. So and word of mouth spreads around. So for one person going around to tell someone, that person will tell another person, and imagine how word of mouth spreads around like that, and before you know it, your business might even go down. You create a very bad reputation for your business, and people won't want to patronize you anymore. So that is how powerful customer service is for your business. One day your business might be booming, the next day it might just run down. And it might not run down just like that, just like an avalanche. It might just run down gradually from this customer that had a bad experience with your business telling one person about it, and then the next person will tell another person. You know how word of mouth spreads like wildfire, and before you know it, people stop patronizing your business, and you just stop getting customers, and that's it. This is very powerful. I have a personal experience that happened to me. I went to this restaurant to buy a meal. And what I ordered for was chicken and chips. Okay. Okay, so how much is chicken and chips? They said 2,000 naira. Okay, I said, well, knowing myself to be someone who likes value for her money, I said, the chicken you're giving me, I hope it is of a decent size. I hope it's big enough. I hope it's just so tiny. The waiter said, no, madam, it's very big. It's very big. I said, okay. All right. I ordered for this chicken and chips. It took about an hour for them to give me my order, and I was already hungry. That one was already a bad mark for them, all right? So when this waiter brought my chicken and chips, I was completely disappointed. I couldn't believe what I got. First of all, the chicken was so small, first up. And another thing, the chips, so it was like 90% chips and 10% chicken. And then lots of chips. The chips were so soggy and oily, and it was just, I was just put off. And so I was asking the guy, I said, well, I asked you, I said, will this chicken be a good size? You said yes. Now he said, I said, oh, we're very sorry, I'm very sorry, I'm very sorry. Okay, very sorry. I'm expecting the guy who said, okay, let's go and fix your order. Let's give you something else or something. I asked for the manager, said the manager was not around. All he just was saying is, I'm sorry, and he was expecting me to still pay for the food that I completely disliked. He just was saying sorry. Anyway, so as not to cause any necessary commotion or argument, I just said, well, just let them have their money, and I just managed the food. So that's how it is in this country. You get bad service most of the time, and they still expect you to pay for it. Another one is with change. What is it with change in this country? When there are so many businesses around you can patronize, you go and patronize a particular business, and it's as if you want to get their goods or their service for free, and then you pay, and they expect you to go and get change yourself. In fact, some will go off and say, especially taxi drivers, I mean, change, I don't have change. And they will actually be very, very almost abusing you because you don't have change. Is it your job as a customer to get change, or is it a job of the the person operating the business to get the change, or taxi drivers to go and get a change? It is not your business to get the change. It is supposed to be their own responsibility to get change and give it to the customer. Okay, so that is just the way things are run in this country when it comes to customer service, and it's really bad, and it needs to change. So that's just my little tidbit on customer service. I'm sure I have a lot more to talk about on this topic, but let's just end it here. Okay. All right, stay tuned for the next great segment of One Stop Talk with Tim Topolulaya. Stay tuned. Can you believe that someone made millions of naira by just selling fried yam? Okay, this is exactly what this gentleman did. His name is Bayo Adedeji, and this is what he did to make his millions. Frying yam that we all call Dundun. He calls it Dundun Nation. He's the CEO of Dundun Nation, and here are his success secrets and how he did it. Listen to this.
I'm a father, I'm a businessman, married, 2 kids, work in retail, the owner of the CEO and founder of Dundun Nation. And I'm just a local Nigerian boy that likes to do commerce. I love to tell good stories about how we transitioned into this business. We used to sell shoes in Lagos. We used to be sell shoes all over Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Ibadan, where we did a one-day shoe sale. And gradually the economy shifted. The dollar went up. When I started, I remember dollar was 120 naira to 1, and dollar became 160, 180. One time it went so volatile that dollar was around 400. And the concept of the business when I started was to provide high-quality shoes at the low cost possible. So I used to sell glider sandals at 500 naira, 1,000 naira. I used to sell shoes at 6,000 naira or less. I think I did 10,000 naira or less. And it came a time where we couldn't do it anymore because the dollar was just too high. There was no way for me to bring all those good shoes in at that same low price. And I said I wasn't going to continue to do this if I can't stick to what I set out to do initially. And we started looking for other things that we could do. So I said I did a lot of market research. My wife is half Benue, half Ekiti. So you know, yam is and we're both in Nigeria at the time, and she made yam that morning, and I said perfect, because we love fried yam. let's start selling fried yam. Now, so we took it, my wife did a wonderful job. My wife's name is Kemi. And she did a wonderful job iterating the menu, that how do we differentiate ourselves? And then we started it. We opened the first location. We opened the first location for 1 year. And we were not desperate to expand. We were desperate to get it right. We're desperate to make all the iterations to get it right. Then we got it right. Then when we figured that we got it right, or we got it more right, because I don't think it's completely right yet, right? Then we opened the second location. We opened the third. We opened the fourth. Now we've opened the fifth, the sixth, the seventh. We're working on a lot more because we were patient with ourselves. So it took us 3 years of being in a cocoon and not talking. We just came online around 9 months ago. Before that, we were not taking online orders. It was you walk up to our store to come and buy food, and we continue to add to the menu. Right? People say, Dundun Nation, you only sell yam. Yes, but I sell Indomie in the morning. I sell about 15 cartons of Indomie in one location, a week. It's crazy. People come buy Indomie, 300 naira, 400 naira, and they go. And that's the concept of the business. People still look down on me today because people call me a yam seller. And I take it with pride. I say, yes, Bayo the Dundun seller. Yes, that's me. I'll say this. I have never lived for the hype. That's why I wasn't online. I wasn't putting my face out there. Actually, when I did the shoe sale, right, a lot of TV stations asked me to come for an interview. I did not go because I didn't want to put my face out there. It wasn't just that. I'm not so keen about the face. I'm more keen about the business. And that's who I am. That's who makes the entire board of this company. That's who makes us. Is we don't listen to people that try to talk us down. We don't even listen to people that even praise us. We focus on our goal. The goal for us, really, is to be able to sell 50,000 packs a day. That's the immediate goal that we have. In the next 5 years, we want to do 500,000 meals a day. That is our goal, and that's our charter. That's what we work towards. So friends that said, Bayo, for those that understand Yoruba, right? Yeah, I don't know. First and foremost, I say my parents are dead. I put that out there. They're not no more, right? And if you feel I'm on but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's talk about unemployment first. Number one, yes, there's hunger in the land. I think it would be fallacy for me to say that there's not a lot of hardship around. And I'm a realist. I say it as I see it. Yes, but at the same time, there's opportunity, right? It's like a place that has so much opportunity, but yet so much hunger. And, we walk around the streets of Lagos and we see opportunity. We see things that are not done. An example, Puff Puff. The woman beside me in Ogba, actually, inside the little place, she fries Puff Puff. I noticed that when I came in the morning, when I first got there, she fries Puff Puff. But I came there around 9 o'clock and she had Puff Puff. And I left and then I came back around, I think, 1. And I noticed that our display cabinet was empty. And I was like, madam, you don't sell out? She said, yes, I usually sell out around 12 o'clock. I was like, sure? How much Puff Puff did you make? You want, she finally said that she made 2K Puff Puff. I did the math in my head automatically. She makes 2,000 naira worth of Puff Puff. She sells out by 12 o'clock. If she makes 50% profit, because she really has no cost or no overhead, right? That means that she would make about 25,000 a month if she opens for 6 days a week. That right there is creating self-employment. That woman also now told me that, okay, I make soap, liquid soap, and we use a ton of liquid soap. So I was like, I'll patronize you. Give me 200 liters. She said, okay, I don't make 200 liters. I make it in 5, 10 liters. I was like, let me pay you to go make me 200 liters. And I paid her. When I gave her that money, the joy on her face for the 200 liters that I ordered for my business, she was really, really excited. But she started from creating something, solving a problem. And I tell everybody that is going to listen to my content that we all can't be entrepreneurs. It is true, we all can't be an entrepreneur. But even if you get the opportunity to get a job, do it and do it diligently. And I'm a man of faith. I believe in God and I listen to the Bible. And the Bible says if a man be diligent in his work, he will not stand before men, before prince and princess. And And I listen to that, and I marvel, because all the Bible asks for you is to be diligent in your work, no matter what it is. And so yes, there's unemployment, but if you're diligent, if you find something, you're diligent at it, you're good at it. You can be a welder. You can. We educated, we've left a lot of business on the table. Selling tomato is so profitable, isn't it? Yeah, there's a little bit of risk because it's a perishable item. Onion, so much business. Selling goats. Oh, selling live goat. There's so much business. Just buy Dundun. All these things that we're talking since morning. Buy Dundun.
So that is it on One Stop Talk with Timmy Tokwe Olule this week. I'm sure you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. Another episode will come up on Thursday next week. Make sure you get this podcast next week and listen to it again. There's a lot more to come. Thank you so much for listening.